With only 6 weeks left in the regular season, today I'm going to break down what the playoff picture is looking like for each of our teams. And I've been waiting, but I'm finally going to give my opinion on this brawl at the Browns. All this coming up on 434 in the NFL. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 11. Just recapping off last week, we looked at the Pro Bowl. There are 3 players on the list. That's Tremaine, Terrell, Edmunds, and Juan Thornhill. You've got 3 weeks to vote for them, so make sure you guys are doing that. Today, though, we are looking at the playoff picture. 2 of our teams are sitting pretty. One of them still in the hunt, so I'm going to break down what that looks like after each individual highlights. We had a lot of football this week. 3 primetime games. One of them was Thursday night. It's the one that the entire world has been talking about, the Brawl at the Browns. So we're going to kick off our highlights today with that game, but we got to look at how our players performed first. A tough divisional loss on the road, but Terrell had 3 total tackles, and then on the other side of the ball, Trey had 3 carries for 27 yards. His longest was an 11-yard run. Rudolph, rough day for him. He had 4 interceptions. Should have been 5 if you want to be real. He got lucky that the defense dropped one of them. But the Browns, they just played dirty football. There you see Juju gets rocked by all sides. Both on his right side, his left side of his head. He just gets banged by the Browns defense. Rudolph takes a hit as well on this play. But Juju, he had to leave the game. He's now questionable for this week with a concussion and a knee injury. And then again, the Browns. I don't know what kind of game they were playing, trying to hurt as many Steelers players as they could. They hit Johnson so hard. He was bleeding from his ear, and now he's questionable as well this week with a concussion. Whew, y'all, this is the moment that I have been waiting for. I said that tensions were rising the whole game, but how did it get to this point? Well, the Browns are playing dirty. And like I said, not the best game for Rudolph either. He was hit 11 times, sacked 4 times. 4 interceptions. So I believe that he had some words that he was saying between them. Obviously, it's football. There's trash talking going on, but something was said to really escalate it up to this point in the game. Before we take a deeper look into how the whole fight started, let me give y'all the suspensions. Myles Garrett suspended indefinitely. He's the one that hit Rudolph on top of the head with his helmet. Larry Ogunjobi, he suspended 1 game. He's a Browns player that came and pushed Rudolph down after he just got beat up. For the Steelers, Marcus Pouncey, the center, he suspended 3 games. I believe that just came because he started punching and kicking Garrett. Had he not kicked him, probably been like a 1-game suspension. And then Rudolph, a lot of people are saying that he was a start fighter, that he instigated it. He has no suspension right now, but he will be fined, possibly up to $35,000. Crazy thing is that Trey was involved in this play. Rudolph gives the ball out to him, and Garrett, almost a late hit, just brings Rudolph all the way down to the ground. And then this is when things just escalated from there on out. Something was said in that altercation. He hits him on top of the head. Rudolph then gets pushed down. He had a concussion a few weeks back, was knocked out. So this is not what you want to see. That's why Pouncey goes crazy and starts attacking Garrett, because he knows what his quarterback has been through this season. This is already with losing Big Ben. So the defense is told to go take that quarterback down. The offense is told to protect them. So it's just the 2 teams clashing. Brawl at the Browns that's going to be talked about probably for the rest of history. The craziest thing about this is that these 2 teams play again, not this coming Sunday, but next week. My prediction for that is that the Steelers are going to win. It's at home. The crowd's going to be going crazy. I bet Baker Mayfield is going to be scared because he knows that defensive line is coming for them. I think the Steelers defense is going to be so intense, so ready for this game. I don't think that any fights like this are going to happen. Garrett's out. The players that were involved are out. The only one still out there will be Rudolph. But this is a wild, wild game. And it happened with 8 seconds left on the clock. Like, the game's over. You're up 2 touchdowns. You won. None of this was even necessary. And they're going to show it again, just the hit on the head. I wish they would rewind it back to when Rudolph was like pulling at him, because I don't think he was really trying to take his helmet off. I think just the way that they were wrapped up, he was pushing him off, trying to get like space in between them. He's obviously mad. He's been sacked 4 times. He's having a terrible game. That's my outtake on it. Again, they play again in 2 weeks. Hopefully it's not another brawl. Steelers need to come out on top. And now we're going to take a look at their playoff picture. Right now, the Steelers are still in the hunt. They were last week. I showed you the NFL's prediction. They had them in the wild card round, but with that loss, they now have a 500 season. They were winning, not anymore. They have a few easy games left that I think they'll be able to get the couple wins, make it into the playoff picture. They have the Bengals, the Browns, the Cardinals, the Bills, and the Jets left. Pretty easy schedule. The only game that's going to give them any difficulties will be the Bills, week 15. That's already been called the Edmunds Bowl. That'll be a good game. But Steelers on the hunt. I think they'll be able to accomplish that and make it into the wild card round. Speaking of the Edmunds Bowl, let's look at our last E-boy out on the field. It's Tremaine with the sack. Buffalo wins on the road 37-20, and Tremaine went off in Miami. 12 total tackles, pass deflection, 2 quarterback hits, sack, tackle for loss. Literally every stat there is across the board except for a touchdown, which Miami would get on this play. They're excited. You see their mascot is. They are. The fans, they think they've got the momentum. So they're going to go for 2. But do you think Tremaine is going to allow that? No, he does not. The Bills defense showing why they're one of the best in the leagues on 4th and 16. Fitzpatrick throwing it to where Tremaine is protecting. He doesn't allow that one either. And something I've noticed about this Buffalo team is how well they're defending close to the goal. Remember back to the Browns a week ago, 8 stops at the goal line. That's all I'm saying. Now taking a look at the Jaguars, they had their second loss in a row, 13-33 in Indianapolis. But let's take a look at the next play. Will Richardson, number 76, running down the field, creates a few more blocks so that Shark can keep it rolling. But taking a look at the playoff picture for Jacksonville, it's not looking too good. They're last in the AFC South, 11th in the AFC, and with a 4-6 record, the playoffs are just too far out of their reach this season. On to Sunday night's game, it was the Bears versus the Rams, but Chicago lost 7-17. Our O-lineman, number 70, Bobby Massie, would leave the game early with a back injury. There's no updates yet on how he's doing or whether he'll be back next week. Trubisky also left the game early with a hip injury. Now, looking at the playoffs for the Bears, it's not looking too good. They are 3rd in their division, but they're 10th in the NFC overall. Playoffs are just too far out of their reach with a 4-6 record as well. Our last primetime event was Monday night, where the Chiefs came out on top 24-17 versus the Chargers in Mexico City. Thornhill, number 22, had 3 total tackles, pass deflection, stopped the Chargers from getting into the end zone, and now we're going to take a look at what they are looking like for the playoffs. We are back, but in a different location. For those that have been watching since the very beginning, I got kicked out of my podcast room before. Happened again today, but the show must go on. Thank you to the lovely Mrs. Harry, my professor. She allowed me to use her desk because she's the Alabama fan, not me. But back on topic, looking at our playoff picture for the Chiefs. They're looking the best out of all our 4-3-4 players. They are first in their division. They have a 7-4 record. And as standing right now, they would have the highest seed in the wild card round playing the lowest seed. As always, it's time for the 4-3-4 football update of the week. So I will be at another new location this coming week. I'll be in Chicago working their game on Sunday. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and take a look at this Sunday's games. 3 games at 1 o'clock. The Steelers on the road to take the Bengals. They're looking to regain that winning record. The Giants at the Bears. I'll be there trying to give y'all some behind-the-scenes footage and videos. And then the Broncos are going to play in Buffalo. The Bills obviously need to keep their winning streak alive if they want to make it into the playoffs. At 4 o'clock, Jacksonville on the road to take on the Titans, and then the Chiefs will be on a bye this weekend. With all that being said, remember to go vote for the Pro Bowl. We've only got 3 weeks left to vote. We want to see our 4-3-4 players down here playing in Orlando. And make sure you guys are tuning in next week, because week 12 will be coming from the Windy City, and it will be coming to you soon.